Coach McDermott, I thought today really had his guys ready. You know, they lost a couple games in a row, and it was time to batten down the hatches. And as a result, I thought their overall performance, start to finish, was really solid. We talked, yesterday and this morning, about alternative guys, not just the guys that, become the names when you talk about Creighton, whether it's Foster or Patton or some of the guys. And my fear was a guy like Thomas, who doesn't get the attention and acclaim that the other guys get, can really hurt you because of their system and because he's a good player. And 18, 7, and 6 with no turnovers spoke to that. And it wasn't just him; it was a balanced effort. I think everybody that played well for them, and give them credit for that.
David's 1 for 14 start from the field. I mean, is that just too much to overcome for your guys today?
Yeah, as I said, they were ready, and I thought we were, mentally and physically to start the game, a little step behind where we normally are and should be. And you can't have an expectation that, in this environment that you can walk in and try to go blow for blow if you're not, is locked in. And so we, our offense didn't produce great shots. We shot the ball too early. We shot bad shots, and they didn't do it. What they normally do is quite convert, because if they did, it would have been 16-2 or something like that. So we were still in their first TV timeout, but we hadn't done a whole lot of what our expectation was on either end. And again, but from that point and for the remainder of the game, less a few moments here and there, we were climbing uphill. So try to take away. You have to do a lot to try to take away 3 to 4 to 5 baskets over the course of 40 minutes. And then add 3 to 4 to 5 baskets on your own, and there's a lot that goes into trying to do that, and we didn't do a good job of that today.
Just how much did foul trouble sort of?
I can't hear you.
How much did foul trouble sort of?
Well, I mean, it hurts every team, and I said at halftime, it's the first time that I can remember that 3 players, never mind 3 of your prime guys, are sitting there with 3 fouls. Normally you get 2, and you 1 or 2 guys, you might have to sit them out for the rest of the half. But between injuries and illnesses and other things going on, it kind of limited our rotation and had to play those guys when you normally wouldn't, and so causes tentativeness, and it doesn't create the greatest chemistry in the world either.
Any more questions? I guess, how good did you feel about your position start the second half after you hit that little run and got it within single digits there, despite how you'd been playing the prior 20 minutes and all the foul trouble and things like that?
Yeah, what was the first part of that? I didn't.
I guess, how did you feel about the position you put yourself in?
My theme for this group in the totality of it is to fight, is to keep fighting, whether you're up 12, down 12, whatever. And by and large, we've done I think at least a decent job. And so I was confident we weren't going to just lay down after not playing a good first half, and we did that. But we couldn't cut into the lead because, one, they had really good ball movement today and produced a lot of good shots. They had 29 baskets and 20 assists. So they had a lot to do with it. So it put our defense in a little bit of a bind, and we would have had to been excellent at the time. I thought we were better, but we weren't excellent defensively to kind of stop them from scoring. They missed some easy baskets, and so while we were scoring, we weren't doing a really good job of really locking down the way you really need to on the road at that time. And again, but credit them for they had great balance today, and that part of the game they really displayed it.